Today's video, I spent 5 straight hours in the Revenant caves killing Revenant hobgoblins, and today I have one simple question that we're going to answer. Was it actually worth it? Revs are known for their GP, but it's also an insane risk. You can be able to make bank, or you can be able to be wiped out in 10 seconds by a PKer. Now me, I have no PK experience whatsoever, so I'm a complete noob at this, so I'm going to probably get my ass whipped. I'm going to break down exactly how much GP I made in 5 hours, what dropped, and how often I got attacked, and whether it's actually viable for a normal player. And if you're questioning yourself, what is that yellow flashing, you're not having a stroke. That's just to let me know if there's a PKer nearby. After checking about 10 different worlds, we finally found an empty spot. And from our very first hobgoblin, we actually got 2 rune kite shields. And I wasn't fucking around, so I took these right to the bank. Within 5 minutes, we got a looting bag and a bracelet of Ethereum. The hobgoblins actually dropped quite a bit of blighted food. After learning this, I went back to the bank and I kind of switched up some of my gear and I got the Ava's collector. After about 5 minutes of trying to find an empty world, I thought I was going to run into my first PKer, but this dude just left. Hey, look at that, another Ethereum bracelet, followed by 2 full rune helms, and I decided to take my ass back to the bank and deposit all this stuff. And someone took my spot, so it was time to find another world. 3 minutes into the new world, we actually hit level 81 range. And let's add another bracelet of Ethereum to our list. This guy logged in, and I instantaneously thought I was going to get PK'd, but he said fuck it. After about 2 hours, this son of a bitch logged in, and guess what? My first PKer. Like I told you guys earlier, I have no experience whatsoever in PKing, so sit back and watch the massacre. It was no question whatsoever. I was going to die, but I at least stood my ground and I felt like I'd done okay for my actual real first PKing experience. It was time to gear back up and head back to the Rev caves. And somebody had taken my spot, so it was time to go to the world switcher and find a new world. A couple hobgoblins later, we had some restores and a looting bag. As I said earlier, they actually do drop quite a bit of food, so you can be able to sustain yourself down here pretty decently. About 20 minutes later, it was time to head back to the bank and make another deposit. Roughly around the 2-hour mark, we had made a little over 500,000 GP. And guess what? Nobody took my spot, so no world hopping this time. An inventory full of blighted food, and guess what? Some onyx bolt tips. And again, more food than I can shake a stick at. After kicking it for 7 more minutes with the hobgoblins, it was time to head back to the bank. The amount of Ethereum bracelets that drop down here seems to be pretty damn high. And remember, these things are like 40k a pop. Roughly 3 hours had passed by and it was time to go back to the bank. I brought my abyssal dagger this time just in case I was PK'd, but that didn't happen within the last hour. 20 minutes later with more hobgoblins, and yeah, it was time to head back to the bank. A little over 4.5 hours later into it, here comes this asshole. We already know what time it is. Yeah, I got told to sit again, basically, but it is what it is. So I geared back up, and it was time to finish this last half hour. Not wanting to waste any more time, I went straight into the Rev caves, and then we got 2 full rune helms again. There's our 5-hour timer, so let's go topside and see exactly how much GP we made in the Rev caves. We got PK'd twice, so it cost 100,000 just to be able to get into the Rev caves. So that means we are already negative 200,000 GP. In 5 hours, we made 1.45 million GP. GP, almost at 1.5 million GP. We were pretty damn close. Is it really worth it to do Rev Cave Goblins? I think if you're low enough, but you have the stats to be able to do it, and you need some money in your bank, it's really kind of worth it. You just have to watch out for the PKers.
Subscribe to this piece of shit.